How has drag queen culture influenced Chappell Roan, her persona, and her music? Let's dig into it. All right, so how has drag queen culture influenced Chappell Roan? Overall, when it comes to Chappell Roan's persona, right, she sees herself as a drag queen, and she is. When it comes to the persona that she puts on stage, she is donning a very exaggerated, bold, exciting version of herself that is all inspired by some of the drag influences that she saw in her small town when she was growing up, right? And really brought them into her persona as an artist.
That's an excellent point, Arturo. Chappell Roan has been incredibly open about how drag queen culture has shaped her persona. In fact, she's gone on record saying that the character of Chappell Roan is essentially a drag persona, born from her love of dressing up and channeling different characters. Mm-hmm. She's even drawn comparisons between herself and the queens on Drag Race, emphasising the shared artistry and theatricality. It's truly fascinating to see how she's infused drag culture into her music and performances, from collaborating with local drag artists to featuring them in her videos and concerts. It's clear that drag has had a profound influence on her as an artist, and it's exciting to see how she continues to embrace and celebrate this vibrant world.
Yeah, and I love the way that she's embodying and representing the drag community, but she's also integrating them into her success as well, right? Like you mentioned, at every one of her shows, she has drag performers open for her, which I think is just a really good kudos to her for not only embodying the drag community, but also giving back to it, right? And helping them rise as well. Something that I found really interesting at one of her shows was that she said that initially she was bringing on... Oh, sorry, you have something to say, Pi?
That's a really admirable aspect of Chappell Roan's artistry, Arturo. Not only does she embrace and embody the spirit of the drag community, but she actively works to lift up and support drag performers by giving them a platform on her tours. Mm-hmm. It's wonderful to see an artist who not only draws inspiration from a community, but also gives back and helps others within that community shine. Her dedication to showcasing local drag queens as openers at her shows is a testament to her genuine admiration for the art form and her desire to share that love with her audience. Truly, she's a role model in more ways than one.
Yeah, she really is. And I think I feel like she also really values the drag community because they helped her kind of find her own identity. Right. I think I remember seeing an interview that she was in where she was talking about her being at one of her shows, and she had drag performers opening for her, and she was getting ready backstage, and she didn't have any makeup on, and she was just a normal girl. And one of the drag queens came up to her, and they were like, "Oh, like, you are putting on a drag performance when you get out there. Like, your Chappell Roan identity is a drag persona."
That's such an amazing anecdote, Arturo. Chappell Roan's connection to the drag community is clearly a deeply personal one. It's beautiful to hear how her appreciation for drag queens extends beyond just artistic inspiration. They've also played a role in her own journey of self-discovery and empowerment. That moment backstage with the drag queen acknowledging her transformation is not only heartwarming, but it also speaks to the transformative power of makeup and performance. In many ways, Chappell Roan embodies the same spirit as drag queens, using makeup, fashion, and performance to express themselves authentically and unapologetically. It's no wonder she holds the drag community so close to her heart.
Yeah, exactly, Pi. And, she's also teaching us, like, what drag can be, too, right? She's really elevating her own version of drag out into the world and continuing to give a platform for drag to continue to flourish. So I'm excited to see her continue to kind of bring that boldness in her drag persona, her artist identity. But it's been great talking about this topic on this episode, but we're going to call it a wrap for today. So until our next episode, remember to keep your thoughts deep and your minds open, and we'll see you next time.